Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gyle here, and welcome back to the Forged Alliance Forever promotional series. Ha ha ha! Sneaky, sneaky, sir. That's right, you did not see that coming. Second cast of the day. Well, why not? We're making up for lost time. There's certainly been some of that this week, i.e. yesterday, so I thought, if I have time, why not bring you another? This one's going to be an average Joe's, and it's all going to go down on Twin Rivers. So let's go on over to the game zone and see how they're going to get on. It's been a while since we've had any Twin Rivers, and that's partly intentional. Bad memories, man. I have bad memories of Twin Rivers. Arcanas I'm talking about. Anyway, let's take a look at our players. Up here at the top, at the back, going for Team 1, it's enemy down in Elephantine Grey. And he's going Aeon, opening first air. Wise decision, sir. Why the hell not? His teammate immediately to the south in Pontiff White, misclicking and going Cyber. It's Sleeve of Wizard. Definitely winner of this season's Amusing Name Award. And he's open first land. And last but not least for Team 1 in Hallie Orange up here, Grilled Chicken. It's Attack of the Nouns today. So everyone's just naming themselves after inanimate objects. Anyway, he's going Seraphim and opening first land. So let's take a look at Team 2 down here at the bottom. In air position at the back here, it's Baradur. And he's going Seraphim, Mellow Yellow, open first land, but immediately going second air. Get that air on early, as well he should. Secondly, for Team 2 up here, it's Dracula. Very scary, but wisely choosing the brave and noble UEF. He's opening first land. And last but not least, over here, he's no longer a Joe. He's just popped in to do some Joe bashing. Why the hell not? It's RK4000, my good friend in Ferrari Red, going Cybrin, opening double first land. So those are the teams and how they stack up. Coming to the middle already, Grilled Chicken. I'm not gonna be able to keep a straight face during the course of this one. Absolutely crazy. He's gonna pick off that Mantis and the Mold. Well, just chilling out by Team 1's forward mass reclaim field there on the central reservation. Grilled Chicken's having none of that. Moving forward, we have got a couple of Selens coming in around the back of Dracula. Just sounds wrong on every page and level. But RK4000 moving forward with a couple more units. Gets an engineer in place, picks up some of that reclaim. But not currently making a move with his ACU as yet. Almost all of the other ACUs right slap bang in the middle. Sleeve of Wizard moving in now to finish off RK's units. If he wants to get down here and cause problems for RK, he needs to do it quickly. That engineer realizes he hasn't got a lot of time. ACU inbound, needs to scoop all of that mass, or at least as much of it as he can before impending annihilation. And what a good little chap he is. He knows death is coming, but taking one for the team. Absolutely wonderful to see there, the sacrificial nature of these chappies. Grilled Chicken throwing a forward land factory together. Chase down Dracula, who's himself a little bit alone. He's bringing in some support now, some strikers. But we do have a move to the side island. Enemy down with a chariot laden with engineers. Hasn't started building yet, but he is the first to make a move for either of those. Top left corner is his pick of choice, and Bomber out for RK. He's got 11 kills so far. Outrageous, very close to nailing 3 or 4 P-Gens as well. Another engineer down. Look at this work being done. 12 kills on this chappie already. And I like this. Look what Grilled Chicken's actually doing. He knows these are more or less dead. Why let them get destroyed? He's actually reclaiming them. He's going to lose a couple more, but finally Bomber's going to get shot down. Enemy down, bringing in an Inti to finish it off, but 15 kills that Bomber got. That is good opening, productive work for a Bomber. A little bit sloppy from Team 1 allowing that to go as far as it did, but Grilled Chicken forced to back up as Dracula knocks down that forward factory we saw him throw together a little bit earlier. Enemy down has come right forward with his ACU already. He's got an upgrade going on. Wouldn't be surprised if that was T2 Get some PD erected up here at the front. Team 1 looking a little bit light up front, has to be said. Dracula steamrolling forward with a ton of strikers in tow. Arcade doing the same with his Mantis. Sleeve of Wizard trying to... I actually can't say it without laughing. It is impossible. But anyway, Sleeve of Wizard throwing together some PD. Needs to finish the wall sections quickly. Didn't manage to do that, and an open face is presented towards Arcade, but he's still going to give that a wide berth. We do have some Medusas on the way, so its days may well be numbered anyway. And Sleeve of Wizard finding himself pretty well encircled here. Needs to be very careful. Then so does RK. He doesn't want to get too far forward. Played a game with him the other day, and it was not a pretty six-leaf clover. He knows what I'm talking about. I'd like to say, overestimated how many hit points he has on that thing. Grilled Chicken and enemy down in amongst Dracula's units, trying to thin them out with their ACUs. Dracula on around 5,800 HP, Grilled Chicken on around 4,900, but enemy down, placing his comm in between those two. Let's take a look at what he was actually building on there. It was the T2 engineering suite, so if he can get some space to operate, he'll be no doubt throwing down some Oblivion turrets reasonably soon. And RK's made a move to the southeast, picking up the side island, all three mexes online, and a land factory to boot. So each side island under different team management. RK quickly throwing an upgrade on his comm, getting the Mantis to help. See, that's it's just so OP. Cyber cheat. It's only like a build capacity of 1 or a half or something. It's tiny, but of course you're going to have them en masse. It's a lot of extra build power that you have available. And finally, enemy down. Afforded enough room to throw down an Oblivion turret and lock down this region, at least for the moment. We're wanting to, well, he'll be wanting to erect a few more of those. RK completes his gun. That's what he had going on here. Sleeve of Wizard trying to rebuild. Hey, I did it without laughing. Trying to rebuild, damn it, a T1 PD up at the front, but is unsuccessful and is getting bullied now by RK at this forward position. Mantis on Mantis, and RK overwhelmingly in the driving seat in this particular position. We have got some Auroras further back, but still not a great deal of them. Enemy down, having to move over here. Team 1 just epically on the defensive throughout the first 10 minutes of this game. There's not looking like there's a lot getting on the field quick enough. Air-wise, what are we looking at? Well, Baradur getting upgrades and such, not progressing particularly quickly, and actually ecoing quite badly, so that is at least an evener. We do have a drop over to the northwest island. Aurora's ready for him. Going to use that range to punish that drop. Strikers down. Engineers won't last the night. Down they go as well. Dracula not going to be happy with that. Good awareness from enemy down. Looks like Grilled Chicken finally starting to amass a decent amount of units. RK now going stealth on his comm. Such a handy little mod that tells you what everyone's doing, not just from a casting perspective, but of course in game for your teammates. But bad place to engage. I think Dracula's been buoyed by previous successes, has got carried away and hasn't taken into an account the amount of damage now coming from those Oblivion turrets. Splash damage as well to boot. Each round inflicting multiple units with pain. Stealth complete for RK, who's turning into quite the little death machine up front there. Still no air tech on the way for Team 1's air player. How does it compare? We do have T2 in place, and Nothers immediately on the table. Just a couple of them for the moment, but with enemy down, forced to concern himself so dramatically with the failing front line, he's neglected his airplay somewhat, and you know you're facing RK when fire beetles are coming your way. Some would say he has an unhealthy fetish for fire beetles. He would say there's nothing unhealthy about it. Straight after T2 mechs. Boom, there it goes. And look at that, as effective as a tac missile. Sleeve of Wizard drops down to 25 mass. Taking a look at the mass side of things, RK clearly out in front, as you would expect from the leading ranking player in this 73 mass per tick. Enemy down in a close-ish second, 61. But then all of the others, Dracula on 35, all the others in the 20s more or less. If it's one saving grace for Team 1, it's how far ahead enemy down is of Baradur, but he needs to get some T2 on the field. Here we go. He has a T2 air factory in play. He's producing engineers for the moment. Wants to get some T2 P-gens before he starts work on major air production. But that could be a game changer right there, because he'll have the eco hopefully to outproduce Baradur and get this game back to some kind of even level. But Dracula finding himself completely cornered with Thams just about everywhere. Embarrassing the UEF nation. If only I could tell you how many times I've done it though. Down he goes, 16 minutes down. Team 2 are the first team to lose a player. RK immediately shifting in that direction to try and offer support and assistance, but alas, too little too late. Dracula was just overwhelmed there, and that can happen so easily, especially at this level. You have some early successes, you get overconfident, and then your opponent comes back at you, and you just don't have the time to escape. Okay, now trying to create a buffer zone, but what? Grilled chicken picked off by something. That must have been a Notha raid from Baradur, who immediately jumps into the lead on score. 148k, nice little pickup there. So the advantage Team 1 had evaporates as quickly as it came. And it is now a 2-on-2. Some T2 factories in play for RK. And a lot of T2 on the field. Viper's able to sting at range. Doesn't want to get caught up here with this little push, I don't think. Sleeve of Wizard on this little side base. Lots of T1. Actually, no, I've been conned. RK, you are lying to me. Wall sections. Genius. Fooled me. See how easy it can be done. But now it could be RK's turn to get himself into a little bit of hot water. Tons and tons of White Mantis descending on his position. He's got a decent force of his own, but he needs to be careful nonetheless. think he's got just enough to keep himself out of danger. You could sense what Sleever Wizard was trying to do. RK with his ACU in this position, but at the very most he's going to drop down into the yellow. Maybe not even that. You can keep it in amongst those units and use that extra firepower on that ACU to thin them out quickly and keep, more importantly, most of his units alive, so he can now go on the counter-offensive, which it looks like he's going to do. There are zappers in play here for Sleever Wizard at this forward secure-ish position. That will help deal with some of the Viper fire that is no doubt about to descend on top of him. RK is going to be piling on the pressure now, but needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose these Vipers to another Mantis push. No, that's what Sleever Wizard is going to be going for. Just call him Sleeve. Sounds a bit like Steve. A few Vipers going down there, but nothing that's going to hurt RK too badly. But look at this. We had a whole bunch of Mercies queued up going for a snipe. A couple do activate. 3, in fact, gets RK down to 2300 HP. If only it had a few more. 2 more would have done it for certain. Oh, you lucky git, RK, who's now bugging out of there, doing the Twin Rivers 2-step, trying to avoid anything that could potentially be coming his way. But what have we got down here? Engineer drop. Where is it heading? It's actually heading for this rocky position, and not many people know that that is flat enough to build on. It is indeed. In comes the transport. There's a lot of engineers on that. And it had a deceiver in play, and that immediately self-destructed to help disguise this drop for a little bit longer. Nice work from RK, who sets about erecting a attack missile launcher and a whole bunch of Gunthers as well. Take a look at what this looks like from Team 1's position. You wouldn't know that there was a problem. And boy, is there a problem. More Mercies inbound from enemy down, but RK safely underwater, regenerating HP up to around 4,600 HP. A little bit of scouting going on, trying to find that comm. Of course, stealth upgrade on board as well. And look at that. First Gunther online, second online as well, and now some flak. That is going to be the statistically likely counter-attack that's going to be coming their way. It's going to be gunships, so we're going to need to get some flak on board to protect against that. But how annoying is this? Love to see that sneaky, sneaky, naughty, naughty. Always interesting feature. Mercy's searching desperately for that commander. Can't find it. It's going to have to deploy them quickly somewhere else to use them up before they run out of fuel. But one Mercy, not enough to take down a T2 mass extractor, leaves them with 600 HP. In they come again, going after the land factory. It's a mistake. Should have taken the mexes. Enemy down, assuming that would have been enough to finish them off, of course. But look what we've got here. Solace out on the field. T3 torpedo bomber for Aeon, belonging to enemy down, searching for the comm in the water. And this could be dangerous for Team 2 if these Solaces are able to find that comm. What they really need is a spy plane to come along with them. If they can find that comm, RK could be going out of this game, and that would basically hand it, I think it's fair to say, on a platter to Team 1. But as yet, no comm found. You must just be thinking, oh my goodness me, build a frickin' spy plane already. But his immediate concern is what's going on this ridge and the fire coming down on his teammate's base. So he switched up to restorers. He's going to try and fix that for the moment. Solace is brought over the top of this army. Scouting, I guess, not going to be able to do anything to it. So many Vipers. Look at what they've done to this position. All the zappers in the world aren't going to be able to stop that volley of missile fire incoming. Mantis sent forward again from Sleeve of Wizard, but not enough to cause RK any problems at all. This would be so easy for Team 1 to take this game, but of course I'm privy to everything. I can see that RK is sitting down here. They just need a spy plane out down here, and you know that enemy down would be able to protect those torpedo bombers while they finished off RK's comm, because Baradeur just not fulfilling his duties as air player. He's done great at picking off grilled chicken, but not up to T3 yet. And finally that little fire base taken down, but at what cost? Lots of factories taken out. Painful indeed. Enemy down, backing up in the face of potentially overwhelming ground forces from RK. A little bit of pinging going on there. And the problem is he's coming into attack now with these restorers, but look at the amount of bangers RK has on the field. 11 on the field, but 7 close to this pack, and as they come further up the field, that is going to become increasingly more intolerable for those restorers. Northers coming in to harass enemy down's ACU. Not enough to get the kill or anywhere near it. Gonna have to hit T3 and do it fast, Barrett. Restorers brought in once again. And now Aya Issel's adding to the anti-air issues. This has got to be the way forward. They've got to get a spy plane out down here. Use its Omni to discover the comm and torpedo it. All you need is some ASFs at this point. That's all maybe not even that. Just send the gunships down there. Gunships will do all the defending they need. You've got the 3 Solaces up here. They can take care of the rest. Just needs a few spy planes. And they're a dime a dozen. But of course, I can see everything. I'm sure enemy down will be kicking himself if he's watching. Not going after this opportunity sooner. And all the point defense in the world not working for Team 1 now, because the amount of Viper spam is borderline gratuitous, or gratuitous, if I can even speak anymore. 30 of them in this forward army alone for RK. All your bases belong to RK, and I think we can beef this up a little bit. It looks like he's going searching for it. He knows he's in trouble. Bit of pinging going on. Where's he heading with these gunships? Going to go right over the top of RK's commander, but of course personal stealth keeping him covered. Intel is key. I'm going to go over the top of a couple of RK's rear T2 mechs. Has not finished them off, but he looks like he's primering Baradeur. cowering beneath that shield, but it collapses. He's working on some static flak. It's going to hurt the Restorers, but not enough in time. Down goes the comm. Maradeur evicted from the game at the 30-minute mark. Enemy Down quickly withdraws his Restorers to get them out of range of that flak. But Sleeve of Wizard now taking a lot of fire. I don't know why he's subjected his comm to so much danger. And surely RK going to press in for the kill now. Nice rank of veterancy attained at the perfect time, but it can't surely be enough. RK piling in now with his units. Sleeve of Wizard dropping down into the red. He's going to go down. He's going to take a bunch of RK's units with it. In fact, pretty much most of them. RK won't mind. 135 mass per tick to Enemy Down against 77. So the eco-wise, Enemy Down way out in front, but will he be able to produce enough to take on RK in time? He cannot rely on Restorers alone. They will not get the job done. It's going to be too easy for RK to focus on bangers, and that's exactly what he's doing. 24 bangers now on the field, and that's in a very small, condensed space. Any gunships that are going to be straying into that zone are going to get hit really badly, but RK's managed to throw together a Monkey Lord in the intervening period while we've been looking elsewhere, focusing in on these gunships and on the commander kill up here. Enemy Down does not like that at all. He's seeing red literally and going after them, but bangers coming in significant number, and that is going to be too much for Enemy Down to be able to deal with. He's not going to be able to chew through that Monkey Lord. Focusing on a brick up front. I think if anything he'd be going after the bangers, but it looks like he's going to be able to snag at least a few Vipers here. Pardon me. Enemy Down's ACU way up here, and all of the mass in the world means nothing at the moment. Look at all this open space. It's left Team 1, Enemy Down, devoid of any ground presence at all, really. And it's too late to do anything about it. As long as RK keeps the flat close to the Monkey Lord. Pretty sure he's got this one in the bag. And look at the Restorers crumble. Down they go. Monkey Lord safe, and RK moving in on Enemy Down's position from all angles. And it's got to be said, escaping potentially a dangerous situation. All they needed was a scout blade. Down he goes. Almost looked like a Control K. It may well have been, but well played nonetheless, RK. You deserved that victory. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. As always, more to come from me in the future. In the meantime, stay well and stay safe. This is Gyle, signing out.